This is CNN.
Breaking news, CNN has learned some Democratic governors are now seeking a meeting with the White House. They want to talk about their concerns about the president in the aftermath of his poor debate performance. CNN White House correspondent Arlette Saenz joining me now with the new reporting. These governors are not happy, to put it mildly, Arlette.
Well, Erica, some Democratic governors do want to have a meeting with the White House to talk about some of their concerns after President Biden's debate performance last Thursday. That's according to new reporting from our colleague Jake Tapper. And some of the concerns that these Democratic governors had were aired out in a Monday night phone call that was organized by Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. It was only governors on this call. No staff was on. But one thing that was expressed in this call, we're told, is that there was some frustration, concern that President Biden hadn't directly reached out to some of these governors. There was a sentiment that they did believe they needed to hear from President Biden himself following that debate performance. Now, there also one point of discussion on this call was the possibility that Vice President Kamala Harris potentially speak to the governors. And at the time, there are plans underway for a White House meeting, though it's unclear when exactly that could or if it will eventually take place. Now, it comes as some of those governors, we're told, were concerned about making some of or expressing some of their concerns publicly out of fear that it might cause President Biden to dig in more. We know that President Biden spent the past 2 days up at Camp David with his family encouraging him to stay in this race. But there have been many questions for the campaign about the path forward for President Biden. Biden's top campaign officials have been working the phones over the weekend and yesterday and into today to try to quell some of the anxiety amongst Democratic lawmakers, but also donors. There was a call last night with top campaign officials, including the campaign's chair, Jen O'Malley Dillon, where they tried to ease some of the concerns of donors and defended the president's health and insisted that his candidacy remains on track.
Now, I will say that, Jason, I'll give him this. He came out the next day and he looked like the gangbuster in front of that crowd.
Well, he did.
He looked like, but then again, that was early in the afternoon. He's supposed to, the sundown doesn't happen until the sun goes down. So, I mean, I'm surprised that the next debate isn't in the afternoon. But, if they want to keep doing it at night, he really wants to do another debate. He really thinks that he has a chance to, another debate. I'm like, dude.
I got to say, I read this report this morning about this. I hadn't seen the video of it yet, but where the Democrat governors, led by Walz, and as somebody from Minnesota, Governor Walz is a horrible Marxist who has done just awful things that'll take our state decades to recover from. And he has been the biggest Biden supporter and apologist around. And even after the debate, one bad night, that. So if this really happened where he put together a call, and I mean, these guys, it's kind of like when you're married and you and your wife are fighting, but in front of the kids, like everything's great. That's where the Democrats are at right now, where everybody can look at that Joe Biden debate performance. If no matter who you are, if that didn't terrify you, you need to be, you go through whatever programming you want, say, Trump lied 50 times, whatever. If just seeing Joe Biden and the lack of mental acuity, if that didn't terrify you, I have no words.
Right, exactly.
And
Mike Lindell here, and like you, I see our country being destroyed daily. We face massive economic issues, and I can tell you from firsthand experience, there are people in power who threaten the values that have made our country great. Well, I've been a believer in gold and silver for a long time, and I've searched for years for a partner that shares my values. Well, Genesis Gold Group showed me how easy it is to protect your IRA, 401k, or your retirement with gold and silver. Their faith-driven approach to service and stewardship is one that stands out from the rest.
To get your free definitive gold guide and get started learning more about investing in gold and protecting your retirement from uncertain times, visit treasureandtrust.com now. Fill out the basic contact form and a member of the team will be in touch. Again, that's treasureandtrust.com or call 855-625-7760.